Hello students, myself is Narayan Kulkarni. I am from Ferguson College, Physics Department, Pune. In the last lecture, we had seen the Kelvin's method, which is used to determine the unknown resistance of the galvanometer. Next topic, we had seen the post office box. With this post office box, we also determine the unknown resistance. How the post office box is constructed, that we had seen in the last lecture. Also, we had seen the principle of the potentiometer. Now we shall start the next topic. We shall solve one numerical on the principle of the potentiometer. See what is given. A potential drop per unit length along a wire is 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 volt per meter. Potential drop per unit length is given. If the EMF of cell balances against the length 216 centimeter of this potentiometer wire, find the EMF of the cell. See what is given. Potential drop per unit length, that is V upon L. It is given 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 volt per meter, which is constant, that is say K. Also what is given? The balancing length, that is 216 centimeter, converted into meter, 2.16 meter. And what is asked? We have to find out the EMF of the cell used. How we shall do this? According to the principle of potentiometer, we had seen yesterday that the EMF across any balancing length, it is directly proportional to that length itself. So if E1 is the EMF, balancing length is L1, so E1 it is proportional to L1. We can write this as E1 equal to K times L1. K is the constant of proportionality. We call this as the potential gradient, that is V upon L. Its value, it is known to us. Substitute the values. So value of K is 5 into 10 raised to minus 3. Length given is 2.16 meter. When we calculate this, the EMF of the cell comes out to be 0.0108 volt. So with the help of potentiometer, we can determine the EMF of the given cell. Okay, now we shall see what is the use of potentiometer. It is used to compare the EMF of the cells. Remember the advantage of potentiometer, that we shall see later on, that it is used to compare the EMF. Now, how we do this? The EMF can be compared in two ways. One is by connecting cells separately. Suppose we want to compare the EMF of two cells, we can connect them separately and compare the EMF of the two cells. This is called the individual method. That is one. Second, by sum and difference method. We shall see these two methods, how they are used to compare the EMF of the cells. So first one, that is by connecting cells separately, also called the individual method. Now for this circuit diagram given, it is as shown. We shall see the construction of this diagram. Here A and B, these are the two ends of the potentiometer wire. That is from A, this is a single wire whose another end it is at B. So potentiometer, it is a long uniform wire. Across this potentiometer wire, a battery having EMF E, key K and the rheostat, they are connected. See, this is the common thing. Whenever we use the potentiometer, we connect the battery, key and the rheostat across that potentiometer wire. Okay, now we want to use this potentiometer wire to compare the cells whose EMFs are say E1 and E2. How these cells they are connected? Their positive terminals, they are connected to this point A of both the cells. Also, the EMF of the cell E, its positive terminal, it is also connected to this point A. Negative terminals, they are connected to the two-way key. Whereas the center tap of this two-way key, it is connected to the galvanometer, and the other end of the galvanometer, it is connected to the jockey, which we can slide on this potentiometer wire. So this is how the circuit is constructed to compare the EMFs of the two cells by connecting them separately. Remember here, always the EMF E must be greater than E1 when we use E1 in the circuit, or it must be greater than E2 when we use E2 in the circuit. So with this construction, now we shall see how this circuit works. So the working, same circuit diagram, it is shown it again here. Now we shall see the working of this. Close the key K. So close this key. When we close the key, that means current will flow through this potentiometer wire AB, remember. Also it will try to flow through the two cells also E1 and E2, because E, it is greater than E1, also it is greater than E2. Next one. Now, when this K1 it is closed, remember we have closed this key K. Now, if we close this key K1, so when we close this key K1, that means current it will flow through this, along this path we can say. Current will not flow along this path. So when we close this K1 and K2 is open, K2 is open means no current flows across the another path. The cell having EMF E1 comes into the circuit. So this is E1, it is in the circuit. Okay. Now, touch the jockey at various points on the wire AB and obtain the null point. What we do then? This is our jockey. So you touch that jockey at different points on the wire and obtain this point at which galvanometer shows zero deflection. Remember, so this is my balancing point, that is called the null point. Now, note the length L1 from point A. Always remember, whenever we measure the length from the point A, which is always connected to the positive terminals of the cells. So, measure this length, say this is L1 from A to this J point, let us say. If this is so, then this length L1 corresponds to the EMF E1. From where I had written this? From the principle of potentiometer. We had seen that if the galvanometer shows zero deflection to this length, that means this EMF E1, it is balanced by this length. So E1, it is proportional to L1. So we can write this as E1 is equal to K times L1. We get one equation with E1 in the circuit, E1 equal to KL1. Remember, what is K here again? It is the potential gradient, just we had seen before in the numerical also. It is the potential per unit length. So with E1, we got one relation. Okay. Now, open key K1 and close K2. Now see here, open key K1 means now current will not flow through this, and close K2 means current will flow through this. So now E2 will be in the circuit. Remember, so E2 comes in the circuit. That is the meaning of this. Then again obtain the null point with the help of jockey. Same procedure. Again obtain this point, for example, or somewhere else suppose I got this point, that is called say J. For example, this is my jockey. So if this is so, then measure this length AJ, let us say. This is length A to J. We can measure this length. So note this length L2. That length it is called say L2. So measure this length L2 from point A. This length again, it will correspond to the EMF E2, same as before. Now E2 is in the circuit, so this L2 will correspond to E2. So from the principle of potentiometer, again we have E2 equal to K times L2, where again K it is constant, that is potential gradient. So we got this second equation. From equations 1 and 2, what was the first equation? First was E1 equal to K times L1, second is E2 equal to K times L2. So when we compare the equations, what we get? E1 by E2 equal to K constant will cancel, we get L1 by L2. So E1 by E2 equal to L1 by L2. L1, it is known to us, L2, it is known to us. So by knowing these L1 and L2, we can compare the EMF of the two cells by connecting the two cells separately. So So remember this formula which is used to compare the EMF of the two cells. To study more about this, go to this link on the YouTube. Note down this link, go on the YouTube, and again you can further study the detailed study of this E1 by E2, that is comparison of potentiometer. It is very well explained. There are so many links, just you can follow this link and try to understand. Okay, now before going to the second method, we must know two things. What is the meaning of the cells? They assist each other and the cells oppose each other. We shall see first what is the cells assist each other. We know that assistant, what it does? It always tries to help to its boss, we can say. So in the same way here, we have the two cells, they assist each other. Here is one cell E1, this is another cell E2. When these cells, they are connected in such a way that their EMF it is added, then we call this is the assistant, or we say the cells, they assist each other. What is the meaning of this? See here, when negative terminal of the first cell is connected to the positive terminal of the second cell, or vice versa. See, the negative terminal of the first cell connected to the positive terminal of the second cell, or we can say the positive terminal of the first cell connected to the negative terminal of the second cell. This is also possible. So with this, we call these EMF of the two cells, they are added, so that the total EMF, it becomes E1 plus E2, and we call the cells, they assist each other. So this is called the cells assist position. Next, cells oppose each other. Means what? See here now. The negative terminal of E1, now it is connected to the negative terminal of the E2. Unlike the first thing what we had seen. Here negative connected to the positive. Here in the next it is negative connected to the negative terminal of the cell. When this is so, then the cells, they oppose each other, and the EMF is E1 minus E2. So in opposing position what we have? When the negative terminal of the first cell, it is connected to the negative terminal of the second, or positive terminal of the first cell connected to the positive terminal of the second. Anyhow it works. That means here, for example, if the positive terminal of the first cell, it is connected to the positive terminal of the second, still we say the cells, they oppose each other. So assist means what? Oppose means what? Assist means EMF it is added, oppose means EMF it is subtracted. Now here remember one thing, that we have assumed that E1 it is greater than E2. Therefore we had written this E1 plus E2, rather we had written this E1 minus E2. So in this opposition position, we must know which cell has more EMF. So this is how the cells, when we are connecting, they either assist or oppose each other. Now we shall see the second method, that is sum and difference method. Construction for this. Now see again, here same AB, it is the potentiometer wire, across which battery having EMF E, key K, and the rheostat, they are connected same as before. Slightly difference it is made in the textbook. So the same diagram I had chosen here again. Then at this point A, positive terminal of E, it is connected, remember. Whereas other positive terminal of E1 is connected to the A, and the negative terminal, it is connected to the one terminal of the four-way key, or the one screw of the four-way key. Then exactly the opposite screw of this four-way key, it is connected to the galvanometer, whereas the galvanometer, it is connected to the jockey. Now what remained? These two screws, they remain. How they are connected? They are connected to the battery having EMF E2. See how they are connected. We can connect by any means. Either you can connect positive to here, negative here as shown in the figure, or vice versa. Negative here, positive here, that doesn't matter. But with this circuit now, how this circuit it is used? To compare the EMFs of the two cells, that is these EMFs we want to compare by using this method, that is sum and difference method. Here again, this is very important. EMF of this circuit, this is E, must be greater than E1 plus E2. Always remember, whenever we use the potentiometer in the circuit for the comparison, always this EMF E must be greater than whatever the total EMF that we are connecting in the circuit. Always remember. So if we are using only E1, E must be greater than E1. If we are connecting only E2, E must be greater than E2. If we are connecting E1 plus E2, E must be greater than E1 plus E2. So always this is called the driving cell. So its EMF must be greater than whatever the EMF it is in the circuit. So always remember this thing. Okay. Now we shall go for the working of this. When keys K1 and K3 they are closed. Now see in the diagram. When K1 is closed, that means current will go in this path, and K3 is closed means current will go in this way. Now see, when K1 and K3 are closed, cells E1 and E2, they assist each other. This is important. They assist each other. How they assist each other? See here. Now, negative terminal of E1, see this is connected. So this is connected to the positive terminal of E2. So when we say that E1, negative terminal of E1 connected to positive of E2, that means they assist each other. That is definitely. Then next, how the circuit gets completed? Negative terminal of this E2, see here, it comes here. Then from here this is connected. So it will go to this galvanometer and this circuit will be completed. Remember. So when K1 and K3 they are closed, we get E1 and E2 in the circuit so that they assist each other. Their net EMF will be E1 plus E2. Now, touch the jockey at different points on the wire and obtain the null point. Procedure is same. Suppose we have touched the jockey here and we got the null point, means galvanometer shows zero deflection. Always remember, null point means no current flows through the galvanometer. Note this length say AJ, that means this much length, remember. Note that length, say L1, let L1 be its length from point A. Therefore, by the principle of potentiometer, what we have then? Total EMF in the circuit is E1 plus E2 and the balancing length it is L1. So E1 plus E2, it is proportional to L1. We got this equation number 1. Okay, next. Now, when K2 and K4, they are closed. Now see, K2 and K4, they are closed. What will happen? Again, cells E1 and E2 will come in the circuit, but how? They will oppose each other. How they oppose each other? See here, negative terminal of E1 through this connection, it will go here like this. Then from here, it will go to the negative terminal of E2. So when negative is connected, cells they oppose each other. And how the circuit gets completed? See here, from here, it will get to this K4. This is the connection. So it will go to this galvanometer and the jockey. So this is how the circuit will be completed. So in this case, we have the cells, they oppose each other, means their EMF will be E1 minus E2. Again, the procedure next, it is same. Touch the jockey at different points on the wire and obtain the null point. Same procedure. Let L2 be its length from point A. Now we know this procedure well. This length L2 will correspond to the EMF now E1 minus E2. So from the principle of potentiometer, we get E1 minus E2 proportional to L2. This is equation number 2. First equation what we have? E1 plus E2 proportional to L1. Second we got E1 minus E2 proportional to L2. Dividing equation 1 by 2, what we get? E1 plus E2 upon E1 minus E2 equal to L1 upon L2. Constant of proportionality, it is same for the both, which is the potential gradient, potential per unit length. Okay. by the componendo and dividendo method that we study in mathematics. Actually, what is that? That is, if A upon B equal to C upon D, then we write A plus B upon A minus B equal to C plus D upon C minus D. So this we shall use in the above equation 3. So what we get then? E1 plus E2 plus E1 minus E2 from this equation, above equation, divided by E1 plus E2 minus E1 minus E2 equal to, at the right hand side we have L1 plus L2 divided by L1 minus L2. From where we got this? By using this relation. So when we do this, what will happen here? E1 plus E1, this will be 2E1. This is E2 will get cancelled. Here E1 minus E1 gets cancelled. So this will be 2E2. So we get 2E1 upon 2E2, that is E1 upon E2 equal to L1 plus L2 upon L1 minus L2. So with this equation, we can compare the EMFs of the two cells by using sum and difference method. Remember the two equations. First we had seen E1 by E2 equal to L1 by L2 when cells connected separately. Here we have E1 by E2 equal to L1 plus L2 upon L1 minus L2 in the sum and difference method. So these are the two methods with which we can compare the EMFs of the two cells by using the potentiometer. Okay, we shall solve one numerical on this. When two cells having EMFs E1 and E2, they are connected in series so that they assist each other. Given it is, they assist each other means EMF will be E1 plus E2. Their balancing length on the potentiometer wire, it is 2.7 meter given. Next, when the cells, they are connected in series so that they oppose each other, the balancing length is found to be 0.3 meter. That is also given. What is asked? Compare the EMFs of the two cells. So here comparison, it is asked by two cells with when they assist each other and when they oppose each other. See what is given. When cells, they are assisting each other, their EMF must be E1 plus E2. So the corresponding length will be 2.7 meter. It is given. When they assist each other, their corresponding length is 2.7 meter. So this is the first thing. Second, when cells oppose each other, EMF will be E1 minus E2. Length given, it is 0.3 meter. This is also given. When they oppose each other, length given, it is 0.3 meter. And what is asked? Find E1 by E2. That is what we have to find out. Okay. The solution is actually E1 plus E2 upon E1 minus E2 equal to L1 by L2. As if two cells we are connecting separately, if we consider actually E1 plus E2 is say one cell, E1 minus E2 is say another cell. Their comparison of the EMF will be ratio of the twos equal to L1 plus L1 by L2. So from this we get E1 by E2 equal to L1 plus L2 upon L1 minus L2. Why I had written this step? Because student, they may directly go here and just write L1 plus L1 and L2. That is E1 by E2 equal to L1 by L2. So to understand this, E1 by E2 equal to L1 plus L2 upon L1 minus L2. Now the simple thing, just substitute the values. L1 is known, L2 is known. Substituting the values, we get 1.25. That is E1 by E2 is 1.25. So E1 is 1.25 times E2. Next use of potentiometer is to find the internal resistance small r of a cell. Construction for this. Now see again, we shall see the construction. Here again, the circuit consists of a potentiometer wire AB. This is the potentiometer wire, across which again a battery having EMF E, key say K1, and this rheostat, they are connected same as before. Now at this point A here, what we have connected? The positive terminal of E1, that is cell having EMF E1, its positive terminal is connected here. Then the key K2, its one end, it is connected to this point. This is the internal resistance of this cell E1. That is what we have to find out. Then another resistance, it is R, it is connected across this cell, and these two, they are connected here, and they connected to this galvanometer, and galvanometer is connected to this pointer or the jockey. So this is how the circuit it is used to find out the internal resistance of the cell. How this circuit it works? So the working of this cell, of this circuit. Close key K1 and open K2. Close key K1 and open K2. That means do not close this. So there will be no current in this circuit. I will be 0 here. That is the meaning of this. So open this K2. Because of which the cell E1 will be in the circuit. So E1 will be in the circuit. Touch the jockey at different points on the wire and obtain the null point. Procedure is same as before. So obtain that null point. Let L1 be its length from point A. Now E1 is in the circuit, L1 is the length, therefore this L1 corresponds to the EMF E1. So by the principle of potentiometer we get E1 proportional to L1. So that is what we got, one thing. Now close keys K1 and K2. Now close K1 and K2. This K1 and K2, both you close this so that resistance box, it will come in the circuit. So when this comes in the circuit, remove a suitable resistance R from the resistance box and obtain the null point, same as before. Now, if L2 be its length from A, now this length L2 corresponds to voltage V across R. Remember, voltage V is voltage across the resistance. So V proportional to L2 now, not E1, because this is in the circuit. So dividing equation 1 by 2, we get E1 upon V equal to L1 upon L2. That is one more. So in this lecture, we had seen what is the use of potentiometer to compare the EMFs of the two cells in two ways, by connecting cells separately and by sum and difference method. Also, we had just seen how it is used to determine the internal resistance of the cell. The construction we had seen, the working have seen, we shall see in the next lecture. Thank you.